History is a vast tapestry woven with the stories of countless civilizations, some celebrated, others faded into obscurity. But what if I told you that beneath the sands of time, hidden beneath layers of earth and myth, lie 23 lost kingdoms waiting to be rediscovered? These ancient realms, once thriving centers of culture and power, now exist only as whispers in the wind, tantalizing fragments of a forgotten past. Why do these lost kingdoms captivate us so deeply? Is it the mystery of their disappearance, the allure of untold treasures, or the possibility of rewriting history itself? In this video, we'll embark on a journey through time, uncovering the secrets of these hidden worlds from the sun-baked deserts of Africa to the dense jungles of Southeast Asia. Together, we'll explore why these ancient civilizations continue to fascinate historians, archaeologists, and adventurers alike. What stories do they hold? What lessons can they teach us about humanity's resilience and ingenuity? Join me as we peel back the layers of time, step into the shadows of the past, and uncover the 23 lost kingdoms that are still waiting to reveal their secrets. The adventure begins now. There's something undeniably magnetic about lost kingdoms. They tug at our curiosity, pulling us into a world of mystery and wonder. Perhaps it's the idea of stepping into the unknown, of uncovering secrets buried for centuries beneath layers of earth and time. Or maybe it's the thrill of adventure, the chance to rewrite history and piece together stories that were thought to be lost forever. These forgotten realms are more than just relics of the past. They're mirrors reflecting the rise and fall of civilizations, reminding us of humanity's resilience, ingenuity, and the ever-changing tides of culture. Think about the rediscovery of Troy, once thought to be nothing more than a myth from Homer's epic tales. When archaeologists unearthed its ruins, they didn't just find ancient walls, they found proof of a city that had inspired legends for millennia. Or consider Machu Picchu, hidden high in the Andes, a testament to the brilliance of the Inca Empire. These discoveries don't just fill history books, they ignite our imaginations and remind us that there's still so much we don't know about our world. What makes these lost kingdoms so fascinating isn't just their grandeur or the treasures they might hold, it's the stories they tell. They show us how civilizations adapt, innovate, and sometimes vanish, leaving behind clues for future generations to decipher. And today, with the help of modern technology like satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar, we're closer than ever to uncovering these hidden worlds. It's as if we're detectives piecing together a puzzle that spans thousands of years, but the allure of lost kingdoms goes beyond archaeology. They invite us to ask bigger questions. How do societies rise and fall? What can we learn from their triumphs and failures? And what might their rediscovery mean for us today? As we prepare to dive into the first of these 23 lost kingdoms, let's remember that each one holds a story waiting to be told, a story that might just change how we see our own place in history. The journey begins now. The legend of El Dorado has captivated explorers, dreamers, and treasure hunters for centuries. This fabled city of gold, said to be hidden deep within the uncharted jungles and mountains of South America, began as a tale rooted in indigenous Muisca traditions. For the Muisca people, El Dorado wasn't a place, it was a ritual. Their newly crowned king would cover himself in gold dust and dive into Lake Guatavita, offering treasures to the gods. But when Spanish conquistadors heard this story, they transformed it into something far grander, a city overflowing with unimaginable wealth waiting to be claimed. Over time, the myth of El Dorado grew, fueled by European greed and the allure of untold riches. Conquistadors like Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada and Francisco de Orellana launched perilous expeditions into the heart of the Amazon, driven by dreams of gold and glory. Yet, despite their efforts, the city remained elusive. The dense jungles, treacherous terrain, and fierce resistance from indigenous tribes turned their quests into tragedies. Many never returned, and those who did came back empty-handed, their stories adding layers of mystery to the legend. Modern archaeologists and historians have taken a different approach. Instead of chasing gold, they've focused on unraveling the truth behind the myth. Lake Guatavita, the site of the Muisca rituals, has been a focal point of exploration. While no golden city has been found, artifacts recovered from its shores suggest that the Muisca people did possess significant wealth, and their ceremonies were far more complex than the conquistadors realized. Today, some believe that El Dorado wasn't a single city but a metaphor for the riches of the entire region, a treasure that was never meant to be found. Yet the mystery endures. Could El Dorado still be out there, waiting to be discovered? Or is it a reminder of how myths can shape our understanding of history? As we leave the jungles of South America behind, our journey takes us to a completely different corner of the world, a place where ancient ruins whisper of a kingdom lost to time, waiting to share its story. The next chapter of our exploration begins soon. High in the rugged highlands of northern Ethiopia, the remnants of a once mighty empire rise from the earth like silent sentinels of the past. This is Axum, the heart of an ancient kingdom that thrived for over 1,000 years, its influence stretching across the Red Sea and beyond. The Aksumite Empire was no ordinary realm. It was a crossroads of cultures, a hub of trade, and a center of innovation. From the bustling markets where spices, ivory, and gold changed hands to the towering obelisks that still stand as symbols of its grandeur, Axum was a civilization ahead of its time. At its peak, the empire controlled key trade routes connecting Africa, the Middle East, and the Mediterranean. Merchants from as far away as Rome and India flocked to its cities, drawn by the promise of wealth and opportunity. The Axumites were among the first in Africa to mint their own coins, a testament to their sophistication and economic power. These coins, stamped with the images of kings and Christian symbols, tell a story of a people who saw themselves as equals to the great empires of the ancient world. But what makes Axum truly fascinating is not just its achievements but its enduring mysteries. The empire's decline remains one of history's great enigmas. Some scholars point to environmental changes such as prolonged droughts, while others suggest shifts in trade routes or political instability. Whatever the cause, the once thriving cities of Axum gradually fell silent, their stories buried beneath layers of time. Yet the echoes of Axum's glory can still be felt today. The towering obelisks, some reaching over 70 feet high, are a marvel of engineering and artistry. These massive stone structures, carved with intricate details, were erected as markers for royal tombs, a reminder of the empire's reverence for its rulers. Then there's the Church of St. Mary of Zion, a site of immense spiritual significance. For centuries, it has been said to house the Ark of the Covenant, the sacred chest described in biblical texts. While its existence remains unconfirmed, the legend adds an air of mystique to Axum's already rich history. As we stand amidst the ruins of this forgotten empire, we're reminded of how fleeting even the mightiest civilizations can be. Axum's story is one of triumph and transformation, a testament to the resilience of human ingenuity. But our journey doesn't end here. Beyond the highlands of Ethiopia lies another kingdom, one shrouded in even greater mystery, a place where myth and history intertwine, waiting to reveal its secrets. The adventure continues. Deep in the heart of the Nubian desert, where the sands stretch endlessly and the sun scorches the earth, lies the mystery of a kingdom known only as Yam. Mentioned in ancient Egyptian texts, Yam was a land of intrigue and power, a place where caravans carried precious goods like incense, ivory, and gold across vast, unforgiving landscapes. But despite its prominence in the records of pharaohs, Yam remains one of history's most elusive kingdoms. Why has it been so difficult to find? And what can its story tell us about the connections between ancient civilizations? The earliest references to Yam come from inscriptions dating back to the Old Kingdom of Egypt, around 2500 BCE. These texts describe it as a distant land, accessible only after a grueling journey through the desert. Egyptian expeditions to Yam were monumental undertakings requiring careful planning and the courage to face the unknown. Envoys brought back tales of a prosperous kingdom, rich in resources and ruled by powerful leaders. Yet, despite these vivid accounts, no physical evidence of Yam has ever been found. This lack of tangible proof has left historians and archaeologists grappling with a puzzle. Could Yam have been a real kingdom, or was it a mythical place embellished by Egyptian storytellers? Some believe it may have been located in what is now modern-day Sudan, near the Nile or in the surrounding desert regions. Others argue that Yam might have been a collection of smaller settlements rather than a single, unified kingdom. The truth remains shrouded in uncertainty, as the harsh environment and shifting sands have erased much of its potential traces. What we do know is that Yam played a significant role in the trade networks of ancient Egypt. It was a vital link in the exchange of goods between Africa and the Mediterranean world, a testament to the interconnectedness of early civilizations. Diplomacy between Yam and Egypt was also crucial, with envoys and gifts exchanged to maintain alliances. These interactions highlight how even in antiquity, kingdoms relied on one another for survival and prosperity. Modern technology offers new hope for uncovering Yam's secrets. Satellite imagery and advanced mapping techniques have revealed ancient trade routes that may lead to its location. Yet the desert remains a formidable adversary, guarding its mysteries with an unyielding grip. As we piece together the fragments of this enigmatic kingdom, we're reminded of how much of our shared history still lies hidden, waiting to be discovered. But while Yam's story unfolds beneath the sands, there are other kingdoms that rest beneath an entirely different kind of veil. Not sand, but water. Our next journey takes us to a place where the echoes of a lost civilization whisper from beneath the waves, a kingdom swallowed by the sea, its secrets preserved in the deep. The adventure continues. Beneath the shimmering waves of the Mediterranean Sea lies a city that once thrived as a gateway to ancient Egypt, a place so grand it was said to rival even Alexandria. This is Heracleion, known to the Egyptians as Thonis, a bustling port that vanished beneath the water over 1,000 years ago. For centuries, it existed only in myths and scattered references in ancient texts, leaving historians to wonder if it was real or merely a legend. But in the year 2000, a team of underwater archaeologists made a discovery that would rewrite history. The sunken ruins of Heracleion, preserved in stunning detail beneath layers of silt and salt water. The rediscovery of Heracleion was nothing short of extraordinary. Divers uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts that brought the city's past to life. Towering statues of gods and pharaohs, their features still remarkably intact, stood as silent witnesses to a bygone era. Temples dedicated to Ammon, the chief deity of Thebes, revealed intricate carvings and inscriptions, offering glimpses into the spiritual life of its inhabitants. Even the remains of ancient ships were found, their cargo still aboard, as though frozen in time. These findings painted a vivid picture of a city that was once a thriving hub of trade and culture, connecting Egypt to the wider Mediterranean world. But what caused Heracleion to sink beneath the waves? The answer lies in a combination of natural forces that conspired to seal its fate. Rising sea levels, a result of climate changes over centuries, likely played a role in the city's gradual submergence. Some researchers suggest that an earthquake or a series of seismic events may have caused the ground to liquefy, pulling entire structures into the depths. Whatever the exact cause, the result was the same. A once vibrant city swallowed by the sea, its memory preserved only in fragments until modern technology brought it back to light. Heracleion's story is a reminder of how fragile even the mightiest civilizations can be. It also highlights the resilience of human memory, as its rediscovery has rekindled interest in a city that was thought to be lost forever. The artifacts recovered from its depths continue to provide invaluable insights into the interconnectedness of ancient cultures, showing how trade, religion, and politics shaped the world thousands of years ago. As we leave the sunlit waters of the Mediterranean, our journey takes us to a vastly different landscape, one of dense jungles and towering ruins, where another lost kingdom waits to be uncovered. This time, the mystery lies not beneath the waves, but hidden within the lush greenery of Southeast Asia, where nature and history intertwine in ways that continue to captivate explorers and scholars alike. The adventure continues. Nestled within the lush, untamed jungles of Sumatra, the story of Srivijaya unfolds like a tale plucked from the pages of an ancient epic. This maritime empire, which flourished between the 7th and 13th centuries, was once the undisputed master of the seas, controlling trade routes that stretched across Southeast Asia and beyond. Ships laden with spices, gold, and exotic goods flowed through its ports, making Srivijaya a beacon of wealth and power in its time. But today, the empire's grandeur lies hidden beneath layers of dense vegetation, its capital city swallowed by the very jungle that once provided its riches. What made Srivijaya so extraordinary was its strategic location. Situated along the Strait of Malacca, it became a vital hub for merchants traveling between China, India, and the Middle East. The empire's influence extended far beyond its borders, with its rulers skillfully navigating the complexities of diplomacy and trade. They welcomed traders from distant lands, fostering a vibrant cultural exchange that left an indelible mark on the region. Temples, inscriptions, and artifacts from this period reveal a society rich in art, religion, and innovation, deeply influenced by both Hindu and Buddhist traditions. Yet, despite its prominence, Srivijaya's decline remains shrouded in mystery. By the 13th century, the empire had faded into obscurity, its once thriving ports abandoned and its cities reclaimed by nature. Some historians point to shifting trade routes or the rise of rival powers as possible causes, while others suggest environmental factors such as rising sea levels or deforestation may have played a role. Whatever the reason, the fall of Srivijaya left a void in the region, one that archaeologists and historians are still working to understand. Locating the empire's capital has proven to be a monumental challenge. The dense jungles of Sumatra have long guarded its secrets, making excavation efforts difficult and time-consuming. Recent advancements in technology, however, have begun to shed light on this forgotten kingdom. Ground-penetrating radar and satellite imagery have revealed potential sites, while underwater archaeology has uncovered remnants of ancient ports and shipwrecks that hint at the empire's maritime prowess. These discoveries are slowly piecing together the puzzle of Srivijaya, offering glimpses into a civilization that once shaped the destiny of Southeast Asia. Srivijaya's legacy is more than just a historical curiosity. It serves as a testament to the interconnectedness of ancient cultures and the enduring impact of trade and diplomacy. The empire's story reminds us that even the mightiest civilizations are not immune to the tides of change, and that the echoes of their achievements can still be felt centuries later. As we leave the jungles of Sumatra behind, our journey takes us to a place where the sands of time have buried another lost kingdom, one that thrived in the heart of the desert, its secrets waiting to be unearthed. The next chapter of our exploration begins soon. In the vast, sun-scorched expanse of the Arabian desert, a legend whispers through the winds, a tale of a city so grand it was called the Atlantis of the Sands. This is Ubar, a kingdom steeped in myth and mystery, its story woven into the fabric of ancient texts and the Quran. Described as a hub of wealth and culture, Ubar was said to be a center of the frankincense trade, its caravans carrying the precious resin across the desert to distant lands. But like so many lost kingdoms, Ubar vanished without a trace, leaving behind only fragments of its existence and a question that has intrigued explorers for centuries. What really happened to this fabled city? The legend of Ubar is as captivating as it is elusive. Ancient sources, including the Quran, describe it as a prosperous city that fell into ruin due to the arrogance of its people. Some accounts suggest it was swallowed by the desert sands, punished for its hubris. For generations, historians and adventurers searched for its ruins, hoping to uncover the truth behind the myth. Yet, the harsh and unforgiving landscape of the Arabian desert made the quest nearly impossible until modern technology stepped in. In the late 20th century, satellite imagery revealed what appeared to be the remains of a vast settlement buried beneath the sands. Archaeologists, guided by these images, uncovered a network of wells, fortifications, and artifacts that hinted at a once thriving city. The discovery sparked excitement and debate. Was this truly Ubar, or was it another lost city from the same era? The evidence points to a place deeply connected to the frankincense trade, a vital commodity in the ancient world, but the full story remains shrouded in uncertainty. What makes Ubar so fascinating is not just its disappearance but the symbolism it carries. It serves as a reminder of humanity's relationship with the natural world, how the very resources that bring prosperity can also lead to downfall. The frankincense trade, which made Ubar wealthy, may have contributed to its decline as overharvesting and changing trade routes shifted the balance of power. The city's fate is a lesson in the fragility of even the most powerful civilizations, a theme that resonates across history. As we leave the shifting sands of Ubar behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different landscape, one of towering peaks and mist-shrouded valleys where another lost kingdom waits to be discovered. High in the mountains, hidden from the world, lies a place where myth and reality intertwine, offering clues to a civilization that once thrived in the clouds. The next chapter of our exploration is just beginning. High in the remote mountain valleys of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the peaks touch the heavens, lies a legend that has captivated dreamers for centuries: the hidden kingdom of Shangri-La. This mythical paradise, first introduced to the Western world in James Hilton's 1933 novel Lost Horizon, has become synonymous with an idyllic utopia, a place of eternal peace and spiritual enlightenment. But while Hilton's depiction of Shangri-La was fictional, the roots of this legend run deep, intertwined with the spiritual traditions of Tibetan Buddhism and the breathtaking landscapes of the Himalayan region. At its core, Shangri-La represents humanity's timeless yearning for a place untouched by the chaos of the world, a sanctuary where harmony reigns and the pursuit of wisdom takes precedence over material wealth. In Tibetan Buddhist teachings, similar concepts of hidden valleys or bayol exist as sacred refuges, accessible only to those who are spiritually prepared. These valleys are believed to be places of refuge during times of turmoil, where nature and spirituality merge to create a haven for seekers of truth. The real-world inspirations behind Shangri-La are as fascinating as the myth itself. Some point to the Hunza Valley in northern Pakistan, a region known for its stunning beauty, long-lived inhabitants, and sense of tranquility. Others suggest the Tibetan city of Gyalthang, now officially renamed Shangri-La, as a possible source of the legend. Nestled in the foothills of the Himalayas, this city embodies the serenity and spiritual richness that the myth evokes. These places, with their awe-inspiring landscapes and deep cultural ties to Buddhism, offer a glimpse into the kind of paradise that might have inspired the tale of Shangri-La. What makes the legend so enduring is its universal appeal. In a world often marked by conflict and uncertainty, Shangri-La represents a beacon of hope, a reminder that peace and enlightenment are not just ideals but possibilities. It speaks to our deepest desires for connection, meaning, and a life lived in harmony with the world around us. Whether as a metaphor or a real place, Shangri-La continues to inspire explorers, spiritual seekers, and dreamers alike, urging them to look beyond the horizon for something greater. But as we turn our gaze from the misty peaks of the Himalayas, our journey takes us to a vastly different setting, a place where the rhythms of life are shaped not by mountains but by rivers, forests, and the echoes of ancient kingdoms. Deep in the heart of Africa, another lost realm awaits, its story waiting to be uncovered. The adventure continues. In the rolling hills of southern Africa, where the Limpopo River winds its way through a landscape of baobab trees and ancient rock formations, lies the story of a kingdom that once stood as a beacon of wealth and innovation. This is Mapungabwe, a medieval civilization that flourished between the 11th and 13th centuries, long before European explorers set foot on the continent. Known for its advanced society, intricate trade networks, and stunning golden artifacts, Mapungabwe offers a glimpse into a golden age of African history that is often overlooked. At its height, Mapungabwe was a center of power and culture, its influence radiating across the region. The kingdom's rulers, who resided atop a sandstone hill known as Mapungabwe Hill, oversaw a sophisticated society that mastered agriculture, metalworking, and trade. The discovery of golden rhinoceroses, scepters, and other regalia in royal burial sites has revealed the wealth and artistry of this civilization. These artifacts, crafted with remarkable skill, are not just symbols of power but also testaments to the kingdom's connection with distant lands. Trade was the lifeblood of Mapungabwe. Its strategic location along the Limpopo River made it a crossroads for merchants traveling between the interior of Africa and the Indian Ocean coast. Goods such as gold, ivory, and glass beads flowed through its markets, linking it to far-flung regions like Arabia, India, and even China. This exchange of goods and ideas enriched Mapungabwe's culture, creating a society that was both prosperous and cosmopolitan. Yet, like so many great civilizations, Mapungabwe's story took a dramatic turn. By the 14th century, the kingdom had declined, its once thriving cities abandoned. The reasons for its fall are still debated. Some point to shifting trade routes, while others suggest environmental changes such as prolonged droughts may have disrupted its agricultural base. Whatever the cause, the legacy of Mapungabwe endures, offering valuable insights into the complexity and resilience of African societies long before colonial influences reshaped the continent. Mapungabwe's rediscovery in the early 20th century was a turning point in understanding Africa's past. Archaeologists unearthed not only treasures but also evidence of a society that valued leadership, craftsmanship, and interconnectedness. Today, the site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a reminder of a kingdom that once stood as a shining example of human achievement. As we leave the sunlit plains of southern Africa, our journey takes us to a starkly different landscape, a place where ice and snow have preserved the secrets of a kingdom lost in the frozen north. Here, the echoes of the past are not buried in sand or jungle but locked in the icy grip of the Arctic, waiting to be uncovered. The next chapter of our exploration begins. In the frozen reaches of the far north, where the endless expanse of ice and snow stretches as far as the eye can see, lies the enigmatic legend of Thule. To the ancient Greeks and Romans, Thule was more than just a place. It was the very edge of the known world, a land shrouded in myth and mystery. First mentioned by the Greek explorer Pytheas in the 4th century BCE, Thule captured the imagination of scholars and adventurers alike, becoming a symbol of the ultimate frontier, a place where the boundaries of human understanding seemed to dissolve into the unknown. For centuries, the exact location of Thule has been a subject of debate. Some believed it to be Iceland, others pointed to Norway or the Shetland Islands, while a few even speculated it might have been Greenland. What made Thule so intriguing was its description as a land where the sun barely set in summer and barely rose in winter, a phenomenon that aligns with the Arctic's unique climate. These accounts, though often embellished, suggest that Pytheas or his contemporaries may have ventured farther north than previously thought, glimpsing a world that seemed almost otherworldly. But Thule was more than just a geographical curiosity. It was a concept, a metaphor for the limits of human exploration and ambition. In Roman writings, it became a symbol of remoteness and inaccessibility, a place that embodied the farthest reaches of the empire's imagination. Over time, Thule evolved into a mythical land, inspiring countless legends and even influencing later works of literature and art. Its name lives on today, not just as a historical reference but as a cultural touchstone, a reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. What adds to the mystery of Thule is the lack of concrete evidence. No archaeological remains have been definitively linked to the ancient descriptions, leaving historians and archaeologists to piece together clues from fragmented texts and oral traditions. Some theories suggest that Thule could have been a waypoint for early Arctic explorers, a place where ancient navigators sought shelter and supplies before venturing further into uncharted waters. Others argue that it might have been a composite of several locations, its identity shaped by the stories of travelers who returned with tales of distant lands. The enduring allure of Thule lies in its duality. It is both a real place and a legend, a testament to the power of human curiosity and the stories we tell to make sense of the world. As we leave the icy realms of the Arctic behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different setting, where the echoes of another lost kingdom rise from the dense forests and rugged mountains of the Americas. Here, the story of a civilization that once thrived in the shadow of the Andes awaits, its secrets hidden beneath centuries of earth and time. The adventure continues. Deep within the dense, uncharted jungles of the Amazon, a legend has stirred the hearts of adventurers for centuries, a tale of a hidden city so grand, so mysterious, that it has become the stuff of dreams. This is the city of Z, a fabled civilization said to lie buried beneath the towering canopy, its secrets guarded by the rainforest's impenetrable green veil. The story of this lost city has lured countless explorers into the Amazon's depths, but none more famously than British adventurer Percy Fawcett, whose obsession with finding it would become one of history's most enduring mysteries. Fawcett, a seasoned explorer and former military officer, became captivated by the idea of a sophisticated ancient civilization hidden in the Amazon after encountering indigenous legends and fragmented historical accounts. In the early 20th century, he embarked on a series of expeditions braving deadly diseases, hostile wildlife, and the relentless jungle in search of the city of Z. Fawcett believed it to be the remnants of an advanced society, perhaps even linked to the mythical El Dorado. His final expedition in 1925 ended in tragedy when he and his team vanished without a trace, leaving behind only speculation and a legacy of intrigue. For decades, the city of Z was dismissed as little more than a romantic fantasy, a product of Fawcett's overactive imagination. But recent discoveries have begun to challenge that notion. Modern archaeologists, armed with cutting-edge technology like LiDAR, have uncovered evidence of sprawling urban centers deep within the Amazon. These findings suggest that the rainforest was once home to complex societies capable of engineering vast networks of roads, plazas, and agricultural systems. Could these ruins be the remains of the city of Z, Or do they point to an even broader truth that the Amazon was far more densely populated and developed than we ever imagined? The idea of a lost city in the Amazon isn't just about treasure or ancient ruins. It's about rewriting our understanding of human history. The rainforest has long been seen as a pristine wilderness, untouched by large-scale human activity. But these discoveries hint at a different story, one of thriving civilizations that adapted to and shaped their environment in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. The city of Z, whether it exists as Fawcett envisioned or in some other form, represents the tantalizing possibility that the Amazon holds secrets we've yet to uncover. As we leave the emerald embrace of the Amazon, our journey takes us to a starkly different landscape, a place where the sands of time have buried another lost kingdom. Far from the humid jungles in the arid deserts of Central Asia lies a civilization whose story is no less captivating, its ruins waiting to whisper their secrets to those who dare to listen. The next chapter of our exploration begins. In the vast, wind-swept deserts of Central Asia, where the Silk Road once wove its intricate web of trade and culture, lies the forgotten kingdom of Khwazim. This ancient empire, nestled between the Amu Darya and Darya rivers, was once a beacon of prosperity and innovation, its cities bustling with merchants, scholars, and artisans from across the known world. Khwazim's story is one of brilliance and resilience, a testament to the power of human ingenuity in the face of immense challenges. But today, much of its legacy lies buried beneath the sands, waiting to be rediscovered. Khwazim's golden age came during the medieval period, when it served as a vital hub on the Silk Road. Caravans laden with silk, spices, and precious metals passed through its cities, bringing wealth and cultural exchange. The kingdom's rulers, known as the Khwazimshas, presided over a society that valued learning and creativity. It was here that some of the greatest minds of the Islamic Golden Age, like the polymath al-Khwarizmi, made groundbreaking contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and geography. The very word algorithm derives from al-Khwarizmi's name, a testament to his enduring influence on the modern world. But Khwazim's prosperity was not to last. In the early 13th century, the Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan, swept across Central Asia with devastating force. The once thriving cities of Khwazim were reduced to rubble, their populations scattered or enslaved. The kingdom's capital, Gurganj, was among the hardest hit, its grand mosques and libraries reduced to ruins. Today, the exact location of Gurganj remains a mystery, believed to lie beneath the shifting sands of modern-day Uzbekistan. Archaeologists continue to search for its remains, hopeful that one day they might uncover the secrets of this lost capital. What makes Khwazim's story so compelling is not just its rise and fall, but the enduring impact it had on the world. Its scholars laid the groundwork for modern science, while its traders helped connect distant civilizations, fostering an exchange of ideas that shaped the course of history. The kingdom's decline serves as a reminder of how fragile even the most powerful empires can be, and how the tides of history can sweep away even the greatest achievements. As we leave the deserts of Central Asia behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different setting, a place where the waters of the Mediterranean hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. Here, the echoes of a civilization swallowed by the sea await, their story preserved in the depths, waiting to be brought to light. The adventure continues. Along the sun-drenched coasts of southern Spain, where the Guadalquivir River meets the Atlantic, lies the tantalizing mystery of Tartessos. This ancient kingdom, celebrated in Greek and Roman texts as a land of immense wealth and sophistication, has captivated historians and archaeologists for centuries. Described as a civilization of merchants and metalworkers, Tartessos was said to be a place where the rivers ran silver and the people lived in unparalleled prosperity. Yet, despite its prominence in ancient accounts, the kingdom's physical remains have proven frustratingly elusive, leaving us to piece together its story from fragments of myth, history, and archaeology. The legend of Tartessos is inseparable from its most famous ruler, King Arganthonios, a figure shrouded in myth and wonder. Ancient sources claim he reigned for an astonishing 80 years, a testament to his wisdom and the stability of his kingdom. Under his rule, Tartessos became a hub of trade, its ships carrying precious metals like silver and tin to distant corners of the Mediterranean. Greek historians like Herodotus even suggested that Tartessos had ties to the Phoenicians, the seafaring traders who may have played a role in its rise. Yet, for all its grandeur, Tartessos vanished from the historical record, its fate as mysterious as its origins. Finding Tartessos has been a challenge that has stumped generations of researchers. The kingdom's exact location remains uncertain, though many believe it lay near the modern-day region of Andalusia. Early attempts to uncover its ruins were hampered by shifting river courses and centuries of sedimentation, which buried potential sites beneath layers of earth. But in recent years, new discoveries have reignited hope. Archaeologists have unearthed artifacts that hint at a sophisticated society, including intricate jewelry, pottery, and inscriptions in a unique script known as Tartessian. These findings suggest a culture that blended indigenous traditions with influences from the wider Mediterranean world. One of the most intriguing aspects of Tartessos is its connection to the legendary city of Atlantis. Some scholars have speculated that Tartessos might have inspired Plato's tale of a wealthy, advanced civilization that vanished beneath the waves. While this theory remains speculative, it adds an extra layer of intrigue to the kingdom's story, blending myth and history in a way that continues to captivate imaginations. As we leave the shores of southern Spain, our journey takes us far from the Mediterranean to a place where the waves of the Indian Ocean hide another lost kingdom. Beneath its turquoise waters lies a civilization that once thrived as a crossroads of trade and culture, its story waiting to be rediscovered. The adventure continues. Beneath the shimmering waves of the Indian Ocean, a legend whispers of a land lost to time, a place where the roots of an ancient civilization once flourished. This is Kumari Kandam, a fabled continent celebrated in Tamil folklore as the cradle of their culture. According to the legends, Kumari Kandam was a vast, prosperous landmass that stretched across the southern reaches of the Indian Ocean, home to a highly advanced society that thrived thousands of years ago. But as the story goes, this once great kingdom was swallowed by the sea, leaving behind only fragments of its existence and a legacy that continues to captivate both myth and science. The tale of Kumari Kandam is deeply intertwined with Tamil identity. Ancient Tamil texts describe it as a land of unparalleled beauty and wisdom, where the arts, literature, and spirituality reached extraordinary heights. Some accounts even suggest that the Tamil language itself originated here, making Kumari Kandam not just a physical place but a cultural and spiritual touchstone. Over time, the legend has evolved, blending history with mythology and inspiring generations to ponder its origins and significance. But could Kumari Kandam have been a real place? This question has sparked intense debate among scholars and scientists. Some theories link it to the concept of Lemuria, a hypothetical landmass proposed by 19th-century geologists to explain the distribution of certain fossils across continents. While the scientific community has largely dismissed Lemuria as a geological possibility, the idea of a lost land in the Indian Ocean continues to intrigue researchers. Modern studies of ancient sea levels suggest that significant portions of land could have been submerged as ice caps melted at the end of the last ice age, around 10,000 years ago. Could these submerged regions hold the key to understanding Kumari Kandam's origins? What makes Kumari Kandam so compelling is its dual nature. It exists at the intersection of myth and science, offering a tantalizing glimpse into humanity's fascination with lost worlds. For some, it represents a golden age of Tamil culture, a time of unity and prosperity that has since been lost. For others, it's a reminder of how much of our planet's history remains hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be uncovered. The legend of Kumari Kandam challenges us to think beyond the boundaries of what we know, to explore the stories that shape our understanding of the past. As we leave the sunken mysteries of the Indian Ocean behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different landscape, a place where towering peaks and rugged valleys hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. High in the mountains of Central Asia, a civilization once thrived in isolation, its story waiting to be rediscovered. The adventure continues. High in the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the winds carry whispers of ancient wisdom, lies a legend that has inspired seekers for centuries, the hidden kingdom of Shambhala. Unlike the mythical Shangri-La, Shambhala is deeply rooted in Tibetan Buddhist tradition, described as a sanctuary of peace, enlightenment, and spiritual harmony. It's said to be a place where the teachings of compassion and wisdom are preserved, waiting to guide humanity through times of darkness. But is Shambhala a physical place, a spiritual ideal, or something in between? The answer, much like the kingdom itself, remains shrouded in mystery. In Tibetan Buddhist texts, Shambhala is portrayed as a hidden realm, accessible only to those who are spiritually prepared. It's described as a land of lush valleys, golden temples, and enlightened beings who live in perfect harmony with the natural world. According to the Kalachakra Tantra, a sacred Buddhist text, Shambhala will one day emerge as a beacon of hope when the world is engulfed in chaos. This prophecy has made Shambhala not just a place of refuge but a symbol of humanity's potential for renewal and transformation. The allure of Shambhala extends far beyond the spiritual. Over the centuries, it has captured the imagination of explorers, scholars, and even political leaders. In the early 20th century, figures like Nicholas Roerich, a Russian artist and mystic, embarked on expeditions across Central Asia in search of the hidden kingdom. Roerich believed Shambhala held the key to a new era of global harmony, a vision that resonated deeply in a world recovering from the devastation of war. His journeys, though they never uncovered the physical location of Shambhala, brought the legend into the Western consciousness, blending ancient traditions with modern aspirations. Yet the search for Shambhala isn't just about finding a hidden valley or a lost city. For many, it's a journey inward, a quest for inner peace and understanding. The kingdom's symbolic significance lies in its reminder that true paradise isn't a place on a map but a state of mind, a sanctuary we can create within ourselves, no matter the chaos of the world around us. This dual nature, both physical and spiritual, is what makes Shambhala so enduringly captivating. As we leave the mystical peaks of the Himalayas, our journey takes us to a vastly different landscape, one of dense jungles and ancient ruins where another lost kingdom awaits discovery. Deep in the heart of Mesoamerica, the echoes of a civilization swallowed by time and nature whisper their secrets, waiting to be uncovered. The adventure continues. Deep in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula, where the jungle canopy stretches endlessly and the air hums with the calls of howler monkeys, lies the ancient city of Calakmul. Once a powerhouse of the Maya world, this city-state stood as a formidable rival to the more famous Tikal, its influence stretching across the region during the height of the classic Maya period. Today, Calakmul's towering pyramids and sprawling plazas are slowly being reclaimed by the jungle, a testament to both its former glory and the challenges of uncovering its secrets. Calakmul's rise to prominence began around the 6th century CE, when it became the capital of the Khan dynasty, often referred to as the Kingdom of the Snake. This dynasty played a pivotal role in shaping the political landscape of the Maya world, engaging in alliances, rivalries, and wars that echoed across the region. At its peak, Calakmul was a bustling metropolis, home to tens of thousands of people and adorned with monumental architecture. Its rulers, depicted in intricate carvings and stelae, were not just political leaders but also spiritual figures, embodying the connection between the earthly and divine realms. What set Calakmul apart was its strategic location and its mastery of diplomacy. Situated in the dense forests of what is now southern Mexico, the city controlled key trade routes and resources, making it a hub of wealth and power. Its rivalry with Tikal, another major Maya city-state, defined much of its history. The two cities clashed repeatedly, their battles shaping the fate of the Maya world. Yet, despite its military prowess, Calakmul's true strength lay in its ability to forge alliances, creating a network of vassal states that extended its influence far beyond its borders. But like so many great civilizations, Calakmul's story took a dramatic turn. By the 9th century, the city had entered a period of decline, its once thriving population dwindling as its political and economic systems faltered. The reasons for its fall are still debated, with theories ranging from prolonged droughts and environmental degradation to internal strife and the collapse of trade networks. Whatever the cause, Calakmul was gradually abandoned, its monumental structures swallowed by the jungle, its story preserved only in the carvings left behind by its people. Rediscovering Calakmul has been no easy task. The dense, humid jungle that surrounds the site has made excavation efforts both challenging and rewarding. Archaeologists have uncovered a wealth of artifacts, from intricately carved stelae to remnants of royal tombs, each offering a glimpse into the city's past. One of the most remarkable discoveries is the intricate mural paintings found within its structures, depicting scenes of daily life, rituals, and the city's cosmology. These findings have shed light on the complexity of Maya society, revealing a civilization that was as sophisticated as it was resilient. Calakmul's significance extends far beyond its ruins. It serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of the ancient world, a place where politics, culture, and spirituality converge to create something extraordinary. Its story challenges us to rethink our assumptions about the rise and fall of civilizations, offering lessons that resonate even today. As we leave the tangled jungles of Mexico behind, our journey takes us to a place where the sands of the desert hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. In the vast, arid landscapes of the Middle East, a civilization once thrived, its story waiting to be unearthed. The next chapter of our exploration begins. In the shifting sands of the Arabian Gulf, where the sun casts a golden glow over the horizon, lies the story of a kingdom that once bridged the worlds of myth and reality. This is Dilmun, a land of prosperity and legend, celebrated in the ancient texts of Mesopotamia as a place of abundance and divine favor. Described as a paradise where the sun god Utu brought life to the earth, Dilmun was more than just a kingdom. It was a symbol of harmony and renewal, a place where the natural world flourished and the boundaries between the mortal and divine seemed to blur. Dilmun's prominence in Mesopotamian literature is undeniable. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known works of storytelling, Dilmun is portrayed as a land of immortality, a sanctuary where the hero seeks eternal life. The Sumerians, who first mentioned Dilmun in their inscriptions, saw it as a sacred place, a realm of purity and peace where the gods themselves might dwell. But Dilmun wasn't just a mythical paradise, it was a real kingdom, its influence stretching across the ancient world. Located on the island of Bahrain, Dilmun served as a vital hub of trade and commerce, connecting Mesopotamia with the Indus Valley and beyond. Artifacts unearthed in Bahrain, including pottery, seals, and tools, reveal a society that thrived on its ability to navigate the complexities of trade. Copper, pearls, and precious stones flowed through its ports, making Dilmun a crossroads of cultures and ideas. The kingdom's wealth and strategic location allowed it to flourish for centuries, leaving behind a legacy that continues to intrigue archaeologists and historians alike. One of the most remarkable discoveries linked to Dilmun is the ancient burial mounds that dot the landscape of Bahrain. These mounds, numbering in the tens of thousands, are among the largest prehistoric cemeteries in the world. They provide a glimpse into the lives of Dilmun's people, from their burial practices to their social structures. Excavations have revealed intricate grave goods, including jewelry, weapons, and pottery, hinting at a society that valued both craftsmanship and ritual. But Dilmun's story isn't just about trade and tombs. Its mythology offers a window into the spiritual beliefs of the ancient world. The Sumerians believed Dilmun to be a place of creation where the gods brought life to the earth. This connection between myth and reality underscores the kingdom's significance, not just as a center of commerce but as a cultural and spiritual touchstone. As we leave the sunlit shores of Bahrain, our journey takes us to a dramatically different landscape, a place where towering peaks and mist-shrouded valleys hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. High in the Andes Mountains of South America, a civilization once thrived in isolation, its story waiting to be rediscovered. The adventure continues. High in the remote reaches of the Amazon rainforest, where the jungle canopy stretches endlessly and the air is thick with the hum of life, lies one of history's most tantalizing mysteries, the lost kingdom of Petite. Often referred to as the last refuge of the Inca, this legendary city has captivated explorers and dreamers for centuries. According to the stories, Petite was a place of unimaginable wealth, a haven where the Inca fled with their treasures after the Spanish conquest. But unlike El Dorado, which became a symbol of European obsession with gold, Petite's legend is deeply rooted in indigenous traditions, making it a cultural touchstone as much as a historical enigma. The tale of Petite is intertwined with the fall of the Inca Empire. As Spanish conquistadors advanced into the Andes, the Inca rulers sought to protect their sacred artifacts and treasures from plunder. It's said that they retreated deep into the Amazon, establishing a hidden city where their culture and wealth could be preserved. Over time, this story evolved into the legend of Petite, a place of untold riches and spiritual significance, hidden away in the impenetrable jungle. Modern expeditions to find Petite have been as dramatic as the legend itself. From the early 20th century to the present day, adventurers have braved the Amazon's deadly terrain, lured by the promise of uncovering a lost civilization. Some have pointed to rock formations and terraces discovered in remote areas of Peru as potential evidence of Petite's existence. Others have drawn connections between the legend and the ruins of Machu Picchu, suggesting that the truth may lie somewhere in between myth and history. Yet, despite these efforts, the city remains undiscovered, its secrets guarded by the rainforest's dense foliage and treacherous landscape. What makes Petite so compelling is not just the possibility of gold or treasure, but the deeper questions it raises about the resilience of indigenous cultures in the face of colonization. The legend represents a narrative of resistance and preservation, a reminder of the ingenuity and determination of the Inca people. It also challenges us to reconsider how we define lost civilizations. Are they truly lost, or have they simply been waiting for the right moment to be rediscovered? As we leave the Amazon's emerald embrace, our journey takes us to a vastly different setting, a place where the sands of the Sahara hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. In the deserts of Africa, the echoes of a civilization once forgotten whisper their tales, waiting to be uncovered. The adventure continues, In the heart of the Sahara Desert, where the golden sands stretch endlessly and the sun blazes relentlessly, lies the story of a civilization that defied the odds, the Garamantes. Flourishing between 500 BCE and 700 CE, this enigmatic kingdom carved out a thriving society in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. Often overshadowed by the more famous civilizations of the ancient world, the Garamantes stand as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, their story a reminder that even in the harshest conditions, life can flourish. What made the Garamantes so remarkable was their mastery of water in a land where it was scarce. They developed an intricate network of underground tunnels, known as fagaras, to tap into ancient aquifers deep beneath the desert. These ingenious irrigation systems transformed arid wasteland into fertile oases, allowing the Garamantes to cultivate crops, sustain livestock, and support a population that numbered in the tens of thousands. Their cities, though now buried beneath the sands, were once bustling centers of trade and culture, connected by caravan routes that stretched across North Africa. The Garamantes weren't just farmers and engineers, they were also skilled warriors and traders. Their kingdom served as a vital link between sub-Saharan Africa and the Mediterranean world, with caravans carrying gold, ivory, and slaves to distant markets. Greek and Roman historians wrote of the Garamantes with a mix of awe and apprehension, describing them as formidable opponents and shrewd negotiators. Yet, despite their prominence, much of their history remains shrouded in mystery, their achievements often overlooked in the broader narrative of African civilizations. Uncovering the secrets of the Garamantes has proven to be a daunting task. The Sahara's harsh environment, with its scorching heat and shifting dunes, has preserved their ruins but also made excavation incredibly challenging. Modern archaeologists, armed with satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar, have begun to piece together the story of this forgotten kingdom. Recent discoveries, including fortified settlements, tombs, and artifacts, have shed light on their complex society, revealing a culture that was both innovative and deeply connected to the land. The legacy of the Garamantes is more than just a historical curiosity, it's a powerful reminder of Africa's rich and diverse history. Their ability to thrive in the desert speaks to the resilience of human ingenuity, while their role as a cultural and economic bridge highlights the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. As we leave the sands of the Sahara behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different landscape, a place where towering peaks and rugged valleys hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. High in the mountains of Europe, a civilization once thrived in isolation, its story waiting to be rediscovered. The next chapter of our exploration begins. Beneath the rolling waves of Cardigan Bay off the western coast of Wales lies a legend as haunting as it is captivating, the lost kingdom of Cantrer Gwaelard. Known as the Welsh Atlantis, this sunken realm has been a fixture of Welsh folklore for centuries, its story passed down through generations in songs, poems, and tales. According to the legend, Cantrer Gwaelard was a fertile and prosperous land, protected from the sea by a series of dikes and gates. But one fateful night, a drunken watchman failed to close the gates, allowing the waters to rush in and swallow the kingdom whole. Today, the story of Cantrer Gwaelard endures as a poignant reminder of humanity's fragile relationship with the natural world. The legend paints a vivid picture of this lost kingdom, a land of lush fields, bustling markets, and a thriving community ruled by a benevolent king. Its downfall is often attributed to human error, a tragic misstep that led to its watery demise. Some versions of the tale even describe the ringing of church bells beneath the waves, a ghostly echo of the kingdom's former glory. This blend of beauty and tragedy has made Cantrer Gwaelard a beloved part of Welsh cultural heritage, its story resonating deeply with those who live along the coast. But could there be a kernel of truth behind the legend? Over the years, researchers have explored the possibility that Cantrer Gwaelard might be linked to ancient coastal settlements that were submerged as sea levels rose after the last ice age. Archaeological evidence suggests that parts of Cardigan Bay were once dry land, with human activity dating back thousands of years. In recent decades, unusual formations discovered on the seabed, including what appear to be the remains of stone walls and pathways, have fueled speculation that Cantrer Gwaelard might have been a real place. While these findings remain inconclusive, they add an intriguing layer of historical depth to the legend. What makes Cantrer Gwaelard so enduring is its universal appeal. Like so many Lost Kingdom myths, it speaks to our collective fascination with the unknown and our desire to uncover the secrets of the past. It also serves as a powerful metaphor for the impermanence of human achievement, reminding us that even the most prosperous civilizations are not immune to the forces of nature. Whether as a cautionary tale or a source of inspiration, Cantrer Gwaelard continues to capture the imagination, its story echoing across the centuries. As we leave the misty shores of Wales, our journey takes us to a dramatically different setting, a place where the dense jungles of Southeast Asia hide the remnants of another lost kingdom. Here, the echoes of a civilization swallowed by time and nature whisper their secrets, waiting to be uncovered. The adventure continues. In the lush, river-fed landscapes of Southeast Asia, where the Mekong Delta meets the Gulf of Thailand, lies the story of a kingdom that once stood as a beacon of trade and culture. Funan. Flourishing between the 1st and 6th centuries CE, Funan was one of the region's earliest and most influential civilizations, a melting pot of ideas, goods, and people that connected the ancient world. Yet, despite its prominence, much of Funan's history remains shrouded in mystery, its capital and many of its achievements lost to time. Funan's rise to power was fueled by its strategic location along key maritime trade routes. Chinese records describe it as a hub of commerce, where ships from as far away as India and the Roman Empire docked to exchange goods like spices, silks, and precious metals. The kingdom's wealth and sophistication were evident in its cities, which boasted impressive architecture, intricate irrigation systems, and a thriving artistic culture. Funan's rulers were not just merchants and warriors, they were patrons of the arts and religion, fostering a society that blended indigenous traditions with influences from India and beyond. One of the most fascinating aspects of Funan is its cultural legacy. The kingdom played a pivotal role in spreading Hinduism and Buddhism across Southeast Asia, shaping the spiritual landscape of the region for centuries to come. Temples adorned with intricate carvings and statues of deities stand as testaments to this rich heritage, offering glimpses into a society that valued both material prosperity and spiritual depth. Yet, despite these achievements, Funan's capital has never been definitively located, leaving historians and archaeologists to piece together its story from scattered ruins and ancient texts. The search for Funan's heart has proven to be a significant challenge. The dense jungles and shifting river systems of the Mekong Delta have obscured many of its potential sites, while centuries of sedimentation and environmental changes have buried others. Modern archaeologists, armed with advanced technology like LiDAR and satellite imaging, have begun to uncover traces of the kingdom's urban centers, revealing a network of canals, temples, and fortifications that hint at its former grandeur. These discoveries are slowly bringing Funan's story back to life, offering new insights into a civilization that once shaped the destiny of Southeast Asia. What makes Funan's story so compelling is not just its achievements but its enduring influence. The kingdom laid the groundwork for later civilizations like the Khmer Empire, leaving a cultural and architectural legacy that continues to resonate across the region. Its ability to adapt and thrive in a dynamic, interconnected world serves as a reminder of the power of innovation and exchange. As we leave the fertile deltas of Southeast Asia behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different landscape, a place where the sands of the desert conceal the secrets of another lost kingdom. In the arid expanses of Central Asia, a civilization once thrived in isolation, its story waiting to be unearthed. The next chapter of our exploration begins. In the arid expanse of the Karakum Desert, where the sands stretch endlessly under a relentless sun, lies the forgotten story of Margiana, a Bronze Age civilization that once thrived in what is now modern-day Turkmenistan. Often overshadowed by more famous ancient cultures, Margiana was a cornerstone of the Oxus civilization, a network of early urban societies that flourished along the banks of the Amu Darya River, known in antiquity as the Oxus. This enigmatic kingdom, dating back to around 2000 BCE, offers a fascinating glimpse into the dawn of urban life and the complexities of early human societies. Margiana's legacy is intertwined with the broader Oxus civilization, a cultural and economic powerhouse that connected Central Asia to the ancient worlds of Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, and beyond. The kingdom's capital, Ghana Depere, was a marvel of its time, a sprawling city with fortified walls, intricate irrigation systems, and grand ceremonial structures. Excavations at the site have revealed a society that was both sophisticated and deeply spiritual, with evidence of elaborate rituals, advanced metallurgy, and a rich artistic tradition. The people of Margiana were master craftsmen, producing intricate jewelry, pottery, and tools that reflected their ingenuity and connection to distant lands. One of the most striking aspects of Margiana is its role in the early development of urban planning. The layout of Ghana Depere reveals a carefully designed city with distinct residential, religious, and administrative areas. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of large-scale public works, including canals and reservoirs, which allowed the city to thrive in the harsh desert environment. These innovations highlight the resilience and adaptability of Margiana's people, who turned an unforgiving landscape into a thriving hub of culture and commerce. Yet, despite its achievements, Margiana remains shrouded in mystery. The kingdom's decline, like its rise, is poorly understood. Some scholars point to climate change, suggesting that shifts in the region's hydrology may have disrupted its agricultural systems. Others speculate that political instability or shifts in trade routes could have contributed to its downfall. Whatever the cause, Margiana's story is a reminder of how fragile even the most advanced civilizations can be, and how much we still have to learn about our ancient past. Exploring Margiana's ruins has proven to be a challenging endeavor. The Karakum Desert, with its extreme temperatures and shifting sands, has preserved the kingdom's remains but also made excavation a formidable task. Recent efforts, however, have begun to shed light on this lost civilization. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of a complex society that was deeply connected to the wider world, trading goods and ideas across vast distances. These discoveries are reshaping our understanding of early urban societies, revealing a world that was far more interconnected than we once thought. As we leave the windswept sands of Central Asia behind, our journey takes us to a dramatically different setting, a place where towering peaks and mist-shrouded valleys hold the secrets of another lost kingdom. High in the Andes Mountains of South America, a civilization once thrived in isolation, its story waiting to be rediscovered. The adventure continues. High in the rugged peaks of the Andes, where mist clings to the mountains like a shroud, lies the story of Vilcabamba, the final stronghold of the Inca Empire. As Spanish conquistadors advanced deeper into Peru, this remote city became the last refuge for Inca rulers determined to preserve their culture and resist foreign domination. Vilcabamba's tale is one of defiance, resilience, and a desperate fight to hold onto a way of life that was slipping away. Yet for centuries, its exact location remained a mystery, lost to time and the dense, unforgiving jungle of the Andes. Vilcabamba's history is inseparable from the fall of the Inca Empire. After the capture of Cusco in 1533, the Inca leadership retreated to this hidden city, transforming it into their new capital. Here, they waged a guerrilla war against the Spanish, using the treacherous terrain to their advantage. For nearly 40 years, Vilcabamba served as a symbol of resistance, a place where Inca traditions and governance endured, even as the empire crumbled around them. The last Inca ruler, Tupac Amaru, was finally captured and executed in 1572, marking the end of Inca independence and the fall of Vilcabamba. Finding the lost city proved to be a challenge that spanned centuries. Early Spanish accounts described its location, but the dense forests and steep mountains made it nearly impossible to locate. It wasn't until the 20th century that archaeologists began to piece together clues that pointed to the site now known as Espiritu Pampa. Excavations revealed the remains of stone structures, terraces, and artifacts that matched descriptions of Vilcabamba, offering tantalizing evidence of its identity. Yet, even today, questions remain. Was this truly the final refuge of the Inca, or was it merely a lesser settlement? The debate continues, adding layers of intrigue to Vilcabamba's story. What makes Vilcabamba so compelling is its dual legacy. On one hand, it represents the tragic end of a once great empire, a poignant reminder of the devastating impact of colonization. On the other, it stands as a testament to the resilience of the Inca people, who fought to preserve their culture against overwhelming odds. The city's ruins, though overgrown and fragmented, offer a glimpse into a society that refused to surrender without a fight. Modern archaeological efforts continue to shed light on Vilcabamba's secrets. Using advanced technology like LiDAR, researchers have uncovered evidence of a larger, more complex city than previously thought, with networks of roads, buildings, and agricultural terraces hidden beneath the jungle. These discoveries are reshaping our understanding of the Inca's final chapter, revealing a civilization that adapted and thrived even in the face of existential threats. As we leave the misty peaks of Vilcabamba, our journey brings us to the final kingdom on our list, a place where history and legend intertwine in ways that continue to captivate explorers and dreamers alike. The story of this last lost realm is one of mystery, discovery, and the enduring allure of the unknown. The adventure concludes as we uncover the secrets of a civilization that has waited centuries to share its tale. Off the rugged coast of Cornwall, where the Atlantic waves crash against jagged cliffs, lies one of the most enchanting legends of the British Isles, the lost kingdom of Lyonesse. Often intertwined with the tales of King Arthur and his knights, Lyonesse is said to have been a land of lush meadows, towering castles, and thriving villages, until one fateful day when the sea rose and swallowed it whole. According to the legend, only one man survived the catastrophe, riding his horse to safety as the waters closed in behind him. Today, the story of Lyonesse endures as a haunting blend of myth and mystery, a tale that has captivated storytellers and dreamers for centuries. Lyonesse's roots run deep in Arthurian lore, where it is often depicted as the homeland of Tristan, one of Camelot's most celebrated knights. In medieval literature, it's described as a place of unparalleled beauty and prosperity, a kingdom that embodied the ideals of chivalry and romance. But its sudden disappearance serves as a stark reminder of nature's power, a theme that resonates across cultures and time. The legend paints a vivid picture of a land cursed by its own hubris, its people punished for their arrogance by the relentless tide. Could there be a historical basis for the myth of Lyonesse? Some researchers believe the story may be linked to real geological events, such as rising sea levels or catastrophic flooding that submerged ancient coastal settlements. The region around Cornwall is dotted with submerged forests and archaeological evidence of human activity dating back thousands of years. These findings suggest that parts of the coastline were once inhabited, only to be lost as the waters rose. The story of Lyoness, then, might be a poetic retelling of these ancient tragedies, a way for people to make sense of the forces that shaped their world. What makes Lyoness so enduring is its dual nature. It is both a cautionary tale and a symbol of hope. On one hand, it warns of the dangers of overreaching, of forgetting our place in the natural order. On the other, it speaks to our desire to believe in something greater, in the possibility of a paradise lost but not forgotten. This duality has made Lyoness a recurring theme in literature, art, and even modern media, its story evolving with each retelling while retaining its core message. As we reflect on the legend of Lyoness, we're reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the past. Whether as a historical memory or a cultural metaphor, Lyoness invites us to explore the boundaries between myth and reality, to seek the truths hidden within the tales we tell. And as our journey through the lost kingdoms of the world draws to a close, we're left with a profound sense of wonder, not just for the civilizations that once were, but for the stories that keep their memory alive. The adventure may be ending, but the mysteries remain, waiting for the next generation of explorers and dreamers to uncover their secrets. From the golden sands of the Sahara to the misty peaks of the Andes, from the sunken cities beneath the waves to the forgotten capitals swallowed by jungle, our journey through the 23 lost kingdoms has taken us across time and continents, uncovering stories that are as diverse as they are captivating. Each of these ancient realms, whether a bustling hub of trade, a spiritual sanctuary, or a defiant stronghold, offers a unique window into the ingenuity, resilience, and complexity of human civilizations. Together, they remind us that history is not just a collection of dates and events, but a tapestry woven with the dreams, struggles, and triumphs of countless generations. What makes these lost kingdoms so compelling is not just their mystery, but the lessons they teach us. They show us how societies rise, adapt, and sometimes fall, leaving behind traces that challenge us to rethink our understanding of the past. From the ingenious water systems of the Garamantes in the desert to the intricate trade networks of Srivijaya in the jungles, these civilizations reveal the creativity and resourcefulness of humanity in the face of adversity. They also remind us of the fragility of even the most powerful empires, offering cautionary tales about the forces both natural and human that can reshape the world. But beyond their historical significance, these lost kingdoms hold a deeper allure. They spark our imagination, inviting us to wonder what secrets still lie hidden beneath the earth or the waves. They connect us to our shared heritage, reminding us that the stories of these ancient peoples are not just relics of the past, but threads in the fabric of our present. Whether it's the spiritual symbolism of Shambhala or the cultural legacy of Funan, these kingdoms continue to inspire, challenge, and resonate with us today. As we bring this journey to a close, I encourage you to keep exploring these mysteries. History is not a closed book. It's a living, breathing story that we're all a part of. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these lost kingdoms fascinated you the most? Are there other forgotten realms you'd like us to explore in future videos? Your curiosity and passion are what keep the spirit of discovery alive. The past is never truly lost. It's a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered, a compass that guides us as we navigate the present and shape the future. These 23 lost kingdoms are more than just remnants of bygone eras. They are reminders of the enduring power of human creativity, resilience, and connection. So, as we step back into our world, let's carry with us the lessons of these ancient realms, and let their stories inspire us to seek out the hidden wonders that still lie waiting to be discovered. The adventure doesn't end here, it's only just